Hi, today we're going to talk about the lunar eclipse. It's going to be a Libra full moon eclipse, and this is going to be March 25th, the 24th, the 25th, depending where you're at. Here in the States, on the West Coast, it'll be about midnight. It's going to be about 5 degrees in Libra. And the sun will be in Aries at the time of the full moon, giving this quite a bit of strength, I would say, right? Especially when we have the Aries North Node and we have it opposing the South Node in Libra, and this is a Libra eclipse. Yeah, we're at the beginning of eclipse season, and we're going to have another one in Aries, and we will have that, I believe it's April 8th, and that will be a solar eclipse, right, that I will be talking about, in a few days or so. Now, remember, the eclipses are a time of fate. Yeah, the moon's the moon is always really about fate, for the most part, right? So these are cycles, and this eclipse is like all the other eclipses are usually about endings and new beginnings. And the full moon eclipse is it's quite interesting, right? So let's see, what is the eclipse? And the eclipses are a time of fate, as I mentioned. The lunar eclipse occurs when the moon moves into the Earth's shadow, causing the moon to be darkened. This happens when the moon is closest to the plane of the Earth's orbit. An eclipse in itself is a new or a full moon on steroids. That's what it is. And so, we could all be feeling this. I know I'm already feeling it. And and I'm recording this on the 20th of March. So this could be a time of emotional ups and downs because it is ruled by the moon and the cycles and the tides of the moon. And the moon is about your feelings and how grounded you may be feeling, or about what makes us feel grounded or not. The Libra full moon will be about balance and harmony for the most part, and for the collective and us, and all of us, right? And I'll be talking about all the 12 signs later in the video. Libra rules the 7th house of partnerships of all types, marriage, relationships, business relationships, adult children, significant friendships, justice, balance, and harmony. The 7th house is also the house of open enemies, right? So that's kind of interesting, right? Librans are air signs. It's a very intelligent sign. And the 7th house is the descendant, which describes how we may be triggered by others, showing us something we don't know about ourselves. So it's going to be a really interesting eclipse. And the North Lunar Node right now is in Aries. The South is in Libra. And we are moving toward the North Node, bringing something hopeful, at least by the time of the new moon in Aries on April 8th. It's really important to know, though, that these eclipses can last up to a year. This is how powerful they are. Yes, and there's definitely a connection between the nodes of fate and the two eclipses that are occurring back to back. Chiron is conjuncting the North Node in Aries, and this is a part of a balancing act with the South Node conjoining instead of conjuncting, right? Conjoining Libra, a very Libran thing in itself when we are talking about kind of balance, right, between the two nodes, basically. And this is the beginning of eclipse season, and the energy of the eclipses can last up to a year. As I said, they're powerful. All planets are direct in March, so this is going to add a lot of oomph to the eclipse. There's a lot of astrological activity now and during the time of the eclipse season. There's a lot of astrological activity. There's a need to create balance and harmony in order to have more independence and autonomy, because we're going to be in Aries season, and Aries is about autonomy, it is, and independence, while Libra is more about trying to keep the peace. So there's kind of a struggle, a little bit of a struggle going on there. Libra asks us to look at things with impartiality and fairness. Kind of reminded me of that phrase, truth be told, right? So truth be told is a very old expression, right? Which really means look at things objectively and not so much emotionally. The eclipse is conjunct with the Libra North Node. Yes, it is. The Libra South Node, I beg your pardon. So the South Node is what we are detaching ourselves from. We're trying to move away from. Always trying to really ascend or move toward the North Node, which is considered our fate in many ways. And this aspect, the Libra full moon conjoining the South Node, can pull us toward unhealthy ways of relating to others. Because it is with the South Node, yes, because it is of that conjunction. So we're moving, toward the North Node in Aries. Aries wants us to be honest, so we're kind of caught between being honest, being between the diplomacy of Libra and the honesty of Aries. Libra is a cardinal sign, so if you have any planets within 10 degrees of the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, you're going to feel this. If you're Aries or Libra, if you have a lot of Libra placements, you're going to feel this as well, right? So with any full moon, we always have a bit of tension because the moon is opposing the sun, creating a triggering effect. The full moon in Libra will bring about more harmony than conflict, so no worries. And so, yeah, the need for peace versus conflict will be stronger than will be better. Definitely will be more auspicious. The moon is sextiling Sagittarius, the ascendant. And so this can make us more understanding of family, of other people's feelings and where they're coming from. We may be more tolerant of others' philosophies and spiritual beliefs at this time because of the Sagittarius sextile there, right? Neptune is still in Pisces, which is a hidden conjunction, which is a hidden favorable aspect because the sun will be in Aries. It is favorable. Neptune will be in Pisces, where it will remain, guys, until 2025 through 2026. I believe it's at the beginning of 2026, lending a caring attitude, compassion, and imagination. All right, so let's see what else we have here. The sun is sextiling Pluto at the time of the eclipse. This is going to make you more magnetic than ever. Yeah, this is giving you, you could be feeling really sexy at that time. You could. Giving you the confidence to go change whatever you desire in your life. Not only magnetic and sexy, powerful, because the power of the sun and Pluto lends its power, definitely, and its intensity. There may be, guys, a lot of you who are taking the plunge or stepping up to whatever it is you want to create for yourself. And you may have more influence or impact on others, as I mentioned, more sexual charisma and intimate power over others, since Pluto brings us intensity and sexual charm. This can make us more attractive to others, all right? Which is always fun, right? Yeah, for sure. You may be understanding that things are hidden or in the dark for you, and your psychic powers may be on high at this time. Pluto with the power of the sun is ginormous. Yeah, this is huge. This can be a great day with the Libra eclipse giving you the power you've been seeking. So there's a lot at play during this eclipse. And as I said, for some people, there's going to be fated endings, for sure. It doesn't always mean ending, ending of a relationship, not all the time, for some definitely, but just ending some type of attitude or something that is not bringing harmony or balance, into your life, right? The sun is trining the ascendant, as I mentioned earlier. The moon is sextiling the ascendant, the descendant, I believe. No, I feel like it's the ascendant. These are both favorable aspects. The sun trining Sagittarius ascendant gives you confidence, more self-esteem. It's a sign of happiness, independence, and authority. You might feel great in your own skin at this time. Who doesn't want that, right? The sun sextiling your descendant. There we go. This is an opportunity to bring balance into your life or add some much needed harmony. Yeah. The sun is conjuncting Priapus. It's a tiny dwarf planet, you guys, representing the penis, okay? And so this can be a great day to conceive, right? Or a great day to make love. I feel like definitely. Pluto in Aquarius trines the Libra moon, calls for peace and harmony and change, especially on a collective level and within friendships and social networks, social groups. Pluto offers a way out of conflict, offering peace and justice with this trine. Yeah. Because Pluto is so powerful, it is fighting for world peace within any pillar of society or community. The downside of Pluto is escapism. So watch out for that, right? Pallas Athene, another tiny dwarf planet in Sagittarius, trines the sun in Aries and sextiles the moon in Libra. We can be more assertive with this Aries trine, using the philosophical wisdom of Sagittarius to bring peace and harmony. And this is really what this eclipse is basically about. Yeah. For the 12 signs, you guys, listen to your sun, moon, and rising, because they will all resonate to some degree. There are, these are general for sure. I don't have your natal chart, so they're not exact. For your sun sign, this may be about your career, how you present yourself in the world, and this can be how you feel connected to your life purpose with the sun. The sun is connected to men or in your life, could be your father. The moon is your emotional mind, your feelings, your intuition, and your family and home. It can be your address. It can. Many people will decide to move during the eclipse, during the time, during a full moon. Your ascendant, also known as your rising sign, is how you identify with yourself and the way you perceive your life, the way you reach out for yourself in the world, the way you ascend, and the way you move up in life. So for Aries, sun, moon, and ascendant, the sun is in your sign, Aries. This eclipse is happening in your 7th house of relationships. Venus, the ruler of your 7th house, is in Pisces, is still in Pisces. So there's, excuse me, that's very favorable. There's a sextile with Jupiter and Uranus helping you to expand and stirring things up. Change is really a theme during the eclipse season, because the South Node is supporting the eclipse in Libra. Yeah, it's supporting it, but it is kind of, pushing us away, because the South Node is what we are supposed to be moving away from. With the nodes in their natural aspect opposing each other between the past and where we want to move toward. This may be causing major introspection about your own identity, what you want, Aries, and how you identify with relationships. Chiron and the North Node are conjunct, Aries, shining a light on what needs personal introspection, very likely regarding relationships or how you show up in them. It could be a time to heal some type of vulnerability in your relationships or your role in them. Mars, your ruler in the 12th house, is helping you see things more clearly, as you may notice unconscious patterns or behavior, not only for yourself, Aries, but in your relationships. This will affect you because the sun is in your sign, and also the North Node is in your sign. So good luck, Aries, and I'll see you in the next video. So let's see what we have for Taurus, sun, moon, and ascendant. And for you, Taurus, this is happening in your 6th house of work, health, and everyday routine, service, and animals. There's something you're doing, Taurus, to reorganize or rid yourself of old habits that are not serving you. We have both Jupiter and Uranus in your 1st house, trining Lilith, the black moon. There is something in your attitude that's shifting, and Jupiter is lending its expansive power. Your focus will be on your daily schedule, your health, and your work. You're seeking changes in those areas. You're leaving something behind in order to make your life work better overall. This is the energy of that house. Yes, it is, of the 6th house. This is very Virgo-y energy, right? Something about, it could be something about your daily habits with regard to health or exercise. You could be feeling there has been some type of obstacle added to your load, Taurus, or hindering you in some way. For me, it feels like you are seeking to kind of streamline something in your life. Like I need this over here to work better for me. because it's either heavy, maybe it's moving too slowly for you, something like that. But there's some type of change that you are seeking about your lifestyle or about your everyday life, right? Venus, your ruler of your 6th house, helps you to see what patterns or unconscious habits that could be holding you back. Venus is the ruler of the eclipse, so this is supporting you, Taurus. Yeah, you and Libra both are, are sharing Venus, and you may be making a sacrifice of some type, in order for your life to work better. Change is not easy for you, Taurus, because you're a fixed sign. But you know what? But you got this. Yeah, I feel like you do. So for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is happening in your 5th house of romantic love, creativity, self-expression, hobbies, children, and entrepreneurship. Gemini, I feel like you're able to understand something related to a vision, excuse me, for your future. Yeah, a creative project or self-expression. Maybe it's about your own self-expression with regard to anything important to you. Excuse me, you guys. Chiron is conjunct with Mercury, your ruler, and this is allowing you to look very closely, related to your 11th house of friendships and the future and your hopes and wishes. This conjunction includes the North Node, so this is once again helping you move toward a sense of your destiny. This can help you understand how to improve or innovate or simply do something better. Vesta is in your 1st house, helping the Libra full moon, Gemini, bring about balance and harmony you may see a need for. You might be dealing differently with your children, or if you don't have them, wondering if you want them. Again, there's a sense of destiny you're moving toward. And the Sun, the ruler of your 5th house, of your natal 5th house, is in the 11th house regarding your future. See, this is all about your future for you guys, for you gems. Vesta is in your sign, Gemini, and this is associated with balance and harmony, as is the eclipse, of course, in itself. And this looks really good for you because this is helping you, this Vesta, this asteroid sitting in your sign, Gemini, helping you to bring peace and harmony to your life. Yeah, this looks really good for you, Gemini. There's going to be some work that will be needed and for progress, and this is just life, right? Yeah, good luck, Gemini, and we'll see you in the next video. So for Cancer, this is in your 4th house of home, and this is your natural house, Cancer. You do rule the 4th house, so this has to do with your home, or something that brings a sense of security into your life. This is about your feelings. This is about your feelings. And for Cancerians, it's always about your feelings, right? And this is how you navigate your life, with your feelings. My son is a Cancer. I know this to be true. I told him something the other day, and he said, well, how does that person feel about it, right? So, and this is... it's a good thing, right? Because our feelings, our heart is, it's a brain. It's definitely a brain, right? This has to do with your wanting more balance in your life, excuse me, Cancer, conflicting with your need for security or stability. There may be something you want to change to maintain harmony or bring more, could be inner balance definitely into your life, but it may mean a sacrifice, or you feel that something's being sacrificed or must be sacrificed in order to achieve this. This may mean you are needing more courage. You're going to get the support here because the Sun is conjunct the North Node. And this eclipse is important for you, Cancer. Any lunar transit is because the moon, excuse me, because the moon is your ruling planet, and we have the lunar North Node in Aries opposing the South Node in Libra. So there's something, with the South Node in Libra and the North Node in Aries, we know that there's something that we are trying to move away from in order to feel more self-sufficient, in order to, for yourself, because Aries is the self and Libra is more about partnerships. So it doesn't, excuse me, you guys, doesn't mean all relationships need to end. No, it doesn't mean that. But the nodal aspects right now are really important, and they're always going to affect eclipses and the lunar transits, right? For sure. All right, so you're going to be feeling this big time. Pluto is trining the moon in your natal first house. This is helping you to overcome fears or doubts. And Pluto is in your 8th house, Cancer, of hopes and wishes, innovation, and the future. Yeah, this is great for you. There may be something about joint finances that are important to you. And also, yeah, Pluto's helping you to kind of, rid yourself of these doubts and fears with that trine. It could be related to something of the past or family. It definitely could be. There's a stellium in your 9th house, highlighting your spirituality and your higher mind. This is about learning about something you're shedding. Yeah, so you understand that you are like learning something, you're changing. You could be really ascending. You could be, for some of you guys, you may be going through an awakening at this time. You could. Your intuition will be powerful with this lunar activity. And you're overcoming, Cancer. It may not be comfortable. No, but, it's all good, right? It all helps. I feel like it does. Adversity always helps, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay, Cancer, good luck, and we'll see you in the next video. And for Leo, this is happening in your 3rd house of communications, your siblings, extended family, neighborhood, local community skills, local community, not skills, local community, comma, skills, short-term travel and transportation. So Leo, this is about bridging the gap with extended family. If there's something you understand you need to release or transform, your personal power is highlighted. It may have to do with your relationships because Pluto in your 7th house of partnerships is trining the moon. Yeah, this is very powerful, and this definitely can have to do with your relationships personally. It could. This has to do with courage, potentially, and how you assert yourself in your relationships. Your psychic awareness is very high. There's a lot of activity, Leo, in your social houses, the 8th, 9th, and 10th. There could be a change in career. Improving your skills may be important, as mentioned, and healing something spiritually with the 9th house activity can be helpful. Contemplation, too, can really help you at this time. Take the time to reflect on what needs to change or improve or end, as we have Chiron conjoining the North Node with Mercury, the ruler of the 3rd house. Empathic communication can now help heal relationships. Okay, Leo, good luck, and we'll see you in the next video. So for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is happening in your 2nd house of money, resources, stability, your self-esteem, and your beliefs. So this is about your stability within relationships, Virgo. It does look like that. What you believe to be important within your partnerships. Venus, the natal ruler of the 2nd and 7th houses, are in your natal 7th house, reiterating the importance of balance and harmony. So there's a big Venus theme here for you, right? Because Taurus, the 2nd house, where this is happening for you, the ruler is Venus, right? And also Venus is the ruler of Libra. So there's a big Venus kind of theme here about love, about beauty, about relationships, because of the Libra effect, of course, the Libra, eclipse we're talking about, but also about Taurus and things that kind of, the good things in life, money and resources, right? Things that make us comfortable, and that is also about Libra. Venus is in Pisces, telling you to dream big about love and trust your intuition about what you really believe about love. Okay, there could be somebody out there you have your eye on, Virgo, and these transits are telling you to kind of trust that. Yeah, that's how it looks here. Venus is sextiling both Jupiter and Uranus, giving you the I can do this. Yeah, I can do it. Uranus and Virgo is going, Virgo, Uranus is going to shake things up a little bit for you. Could be maybe a little uncomfortable, a little bit unstable, something like that, because that is the nature of Uranus and the change that it brings. It could be overnight, possibly, because of Uranus. Yeah, and it seems creating and expanding for you is very important, Virgo. and your beliefs are changing about that. Many of you have done shadow work, and this is helping you. The Black Moon Lilith trines Jupiter and Uranus, and this is about your growth and expansion for the future. Yeah, you might have done some shadow work that maybe you feel like needed to be done, and this is, and you understand that's really going to help you move forward in your life. There's something you know that needs completion, and something you know that you need to let go of. Doesn't look easy, Virgo, no, but it looks good for you in the long run. It really does. And good luck, and we'll see you in the next video. So now for Libra, right? And we know this is going to be big for you, Libra, because this is a Libra lunar eclipse, right? And this is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. And this is in your first house, as I said. Really big for you guys. So full moons are endings and beginnings, and we know the eclipses are, they are, full moons or new moons on steroids, right? Yeah, they are. Yeah, really interesting. There's definitely something you're shedding, Libra, and there is wisdom supporting you with the South Node conjoining the full moon. Your natal house ruler, Venus, is sextiling Uranus. There's an opportunity to bring in some very much needed change in love. Yeah, that's interesting because the sextile is great with Uranus, and Uranus can bring in the change, but it can happen kind of in a bumpy way, but it does bring in, it can definitely create the change here, and it's really favorable right now with the Venus sextile. Yes, and you are the ruler of Venus, right? Or the Venus, yeah, you are ruling. Venus is ruling you. You're ruling Venus. Okay, Venus is your planetary ruler. Okay, and so yeah, yeah, this is going to bring in a lot of change for you, Libra, in terms of your partnerships. It could be creative endeavors as well. The full moon is, however, forming an inconjunction. This is an unfavorable aspect, but that's okay. With Uranus, interesting how we have a sextile with Uranus, but we also have, an inconjunction. So really interesting there. There's a subtle or underlying pressure, and that's once again kind of about balance, kind of like the struggle between, kind of the pull, right? To achieve that balance and harmony in your life. And there's a subtle or underlying pressure that's been growing in one of your relationships, and you might have felt you've been sacrificing yourself on some level. There could be a growing sense of discord that you understand. There could be resentment or guilt right now surrounding someone in particular that you are in partnership with. Now remember, they don't always have to be romantic partnerships. No, they don't. Okay, it could be a partnership with a child, right? Could be or a friend possibly here. With your sign, Libra, it's important to keep the peace. However, yeah, Libras are always about, peace and harmony, but remember not to, kind of sacrifice yourself in order to have that, right? Or compromise yourself. Yeah, Venus, your ruler, also sextiling Jupiter in Taurus, also ruled by Venus, is supporting you with growth and personal expansion. Yeah, this is really actually good for you, I believe, Libra. It is because you're realizing that something really needs to change and you're shedding something. Your full moon is trining Pluto. Your psychic abilities are high, especially having to do with relationships, partnerships, or having to do with how you will go about kind of achieving this balance and harmony in your life. You could be thinking a lot about your mom at this time, your mother. This is powerful, Libra, and whatever is going on with partnerships is deep and intense. Joint finances are looking good, though. Yeah, they are. It's always great. And shared resources are highlighted and favored. There may be things you're keeping quiet or being secretive about, or things you just want to keep, on lock, right? There's something about the past that is creating some discord, definitely, and the power is in you, Libra. All right, and good luck, and we'll see you in the next video. And so for Scorpio, this happens in your 12th house of dreams, 12th house of dreams. I beg your pardon, you guys. Intuition, escape, and endings. And there's definitely could be something ending in your life, because Pisces can be definitely about endings, and this is what we're talking about, the 12th house. Scorpio itself is about endings. It's about transformation and endings. There's something very secretive as well for you, possibly in either the physical or the metaphysical realm, or both. And your psychic abilities are very high, especially within your relationships and within groups of people, or your social networks, groups of friends. There's a natural need to end something, a natural need, yeah. A relationship, a bad habit, something that needs changing, something having to do with your lifestyle, or your possibly, or your daily life in general, as Chiron is in your 6th house of daily routine. There's a subtle awareness that something needs change or letting go of in order to move forward for personal growth and expansion. And you may be experiencing a loss, Scorpio. You may have been reflecting on this for a long time, with Chiron opposing the South Node. Your own natal Pluto trining the moon is helping you regenerate or transform powerfully. Yeah, this is very favorable for you, with your own planet trining this moon, right? Pluto sextile Sagittarius as well, and this is about your spiritual beliefs. Or you might be feeling, Scorpio, that there's no more adventure left in what you are doing right now, or maybe in a relationship. It can also be that you kind of feel like maybe you don't believe the same, you don't have possibly the same spiritual beliefs as somebody else. I mean, that's a possibility here. Yeah, this is about your spiritual beliefs because of the Pluto sextile, sextiling Sagittarius. And yeah, this could be a major theme in your life for sure. It's important to note you're being supported, Scorpio, with these transits for a new beginning. You really are, especially with Pluto right there too. Okay, Scorpio, good luck, and we'll see you in the next video. And for Sagittarius, this is happening in your 11th house of hopes and wishes, social networks, social groups, and the future. So this is where your friends are, your social networks. As I said, something's changing about the way you see your future, Sagittarius. Yeah, it looks kind of exciting for you. That's kind of how it looks here. This is where something's changing about the way you see your future, as I said. And your ruler is in your 6th house. So this is Jupiter in your 6th house asking you to move forward, to grow, to expand, right? And just kind of do it. And this may be to expand something, maybe about your home, or maybe about how you go about your daily life. Maybe there's some type of a routine that is kind of hindering you, right? There's something that you are doing at home, or maybe where you live, possibly. It is a possibility. And maybe you feel like you need to move, aiding in that expansion. There's an upgrade, Sagittarius, but it does not look easy for you. And your ruler, it doesn't look easy. It looks not terrible. It looks definitely like there's effort. It definitely looks like that. There's going to be effort here. Your ruler is sextiling Venus, and this is supporting you in your creative, in love, and in your creative endeavor, Sagittarius. It could be supporting you, your financial stability, and all-around beauty in your life, whatever that may mean to you, right? There could be something about the past you're leaving behind, Sagittarius, or you have learned from something that could be causing you some discord with where you live. Once again, as I mentioned, that may be interfering with this forward movement. Again, it's possible you feel like your home and family it's not conducive to whatever you are trying to do. It's possible here. You could feel like some type of restriction, maybe with your creative work, and there's a need to master something and move beyond it. Like, yeah, you might feel something's not healthy, and that needs to change in order to support your growth. This may have to do, once again, with your daily lifestyle. You might want to move or innovate the home as well. I feel like, Sagittarius, you're not identifying with the same friends, or maybe the same kind of belief system that those people that you are dealing with, right, within your relationships or within, like, social groups, you don't believe the same thing they believe in anymore. So you could be, I don't know, kind of, maybe going off alone, or possibly, or maybe looking for just kind of vibrating with other, other people, new groups of people. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we have. And something might not feel right or doesn't feel comfortable with the same people or maybe the same type of partners. Your vision is changing, definitely. And you may be in preparation in order to bring this vision into reality, Sagittarius. You definitely could be doing this here. And it's gonna be a year of growth for you, Sagittarius. It definitely is, as this is part of your expansion and your vision, and really putting your life in order to facilitate that. So good luck, Sagittarius, and we'll see you in the next video. And yeah, we're out here, and it's not windy, but it's starting to get a little bit windy out here. Yeah, it is. So Capricorn, this is happening in your 10th house, and this is going to be very natural for you because you rule the 10th house. And this is the 10th house of authority, ambition, and the way you show up in the world. You have the South Node in your 10th house, and so your ambition, or whatever you want to achieve now, may be changing. Maybe the way you want to be seen in the world. You don't want to be seen in this particular role. It's possible. There's something you're definitely leaving, and some of you might want to, change careers. You may not want to be seen the same way, as I said, socially, right, by others. And you might want to sacrifice something. Your spiritual beliefs could be changing. You understand that something has needed work or your attention in order to shed old habits. The North Node has been in your 4th house for some time, implying your family life, or whatever makes you feel safe and supported is your priority at this time. You might want to spend more time with family. Your communication may be improving, or your relationships with your siblings. Venus is sextiling Jupiter, and Uranus is in your 5th house, Capricorn, of self-expression. Wow, very interesting. You may have done some work in regards to self-improvement, understanding deep issues that have been a growing concern. Pluto is in your 2nd house of money and beliefs, and so things will change, and you could be feeling this push. Definitely. You're letting go of something you don't believe in, Capricorn, and there's a certain freedom and spiritual growth that goes along with that. Okay, Capricorn, good luck, and we'll see you in the next video. And Aquarius, this happens in your 9th house of spiritual beliefs, adventure, and expansion. You're seeking some type of freedom, Aquarius, perhaps psychological. You might be wanting to learn something or teach or travel. The moon is trining Pluto in your 1st house, supporting you with your personal power through this, to get through this, right? And something needs to end, possibly a relationship, partnership. This is very, very spiritual for you with this trine and Pluto in the 9th house, definitely. Jupiter, your 9th house ruler, is in your Jupiter, your 9th house ruler, is in your 4th house of family and what makes you feel secure. So there is a type of expansion that you are seeking. It involves letting go of something from the past as well, something that's not working for you, possibly with bad habits or your daily life. It definitely will depend. Your natal ruler, Uranus and Jupiter, are both sextiling Venus, boosting creativity, love, your money, and change. Yeah, this actually looks good for you, Aquarius, but it looks like you've been kind of maybe grappling, or maybe that's a kind of a serious, kind of a heavy, serious word, but it does look like you've been kind of seeking some type of change and growth. Definitely it does. Something could change quickly, right? Yeah, and you might have been reflecting on something that you could have been reflecting on for a long time. There's a lot of activity in your 2nd and 3rd houses surrounding money, stability, your beliefs, self-esteem, communication, siblings, extended family, and your neighborhood. Yeah, in your neighborhood, right? And it could be too about your skills as well. The third house is about skills. Some of you may want to move. It looks good for you, Aquarius. It does. And good luck. Good luck. And we'll see you in the next video. And lastly, for Pisces, but definitely, you know, last but not least, no, good God, no, right? And this is happening in your 8th house of intimacy, fears, things that are hidden, death, and transformation. Now, interesting, Pisces, because Scorpio, where it's happening in your 8th house, ruled by Pluto, this is also the planet of, you know, this is a powerful planet, right? It has to do with death and transformation, but it also has to do with it can be about eliminating fears. It definitely can be, right? Because of the power that Scorpio or Pluto lends, right? Pluto is like the tower. Pluto and Uranus for me are the tower in the tarot, right? It just comes in and boom, this needs to be knocked over and we need to rebuild, right? Or leave it behind. But it does come in with power. It definitely does. There's something happening for you, very personal. It could be very mysterious. Maybe you are keeping it a secret. You could. You're letting go of something, Pisces, and you're supported with the North Node in Aries, especially since it is conjoining Chiron. Venus, the ruling planet of the Libra eclipse, is in your sign, and Venus feels really good in Pisces. It does. It is exalted and it feels at home. This is powerful because of the amount of activity in your 1st house at the time of the full moon. You might feel something is being forced to change or end. You definitely could. And this could be about money, possibly where you don't want to rely on others. You might feel like that's, you know, that may not be working out. It could be, you know, with regard to close relationships, and that you're better off relying on yourself. Excuse me, you guys. And this could be about your values, Pisces, how you value yourself. But there's definite intuitive and spiritual support for you. Yes, there is. Venus in your sign is sextiling both Jupiter and Uranus in your 3rd house of communication, intellectual pursuits, giving you an extra boost of power. Definitely. Jupiter is your planet as well, Pisces. So with the Venus sextile, you're really being showered with some good luck. Yeah. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. And definitely, in Pisces, we'll see you in the next video. And we'll see you with the Aries eclipse that is on April 8th. And it's going to be really, things are going to get a little crazy for everybody because of these eclipses, right? So thanks so much for watching me, you guys, and watching my video. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified. Thanks so much, you guys.